Hello everybody, this is Moseley Matheson here at Matheson Associates. I am the plaintiff's personal injury attorney here at the firm. We are providing videos every Friday talking about various subjects in the law that we all practice, and today I'm providing you a video on something I get asked a lot when people find out that I do personal injury work, and that is what to do when you're in an accident. Okay, that moment, the time immediately after the accident occurs, is so critical. There are so many things that could go wrong that could mess up a potential claim that you might have if you're not at fault, that we want to make sure that we get it right at that moment. Okay, and I know it's probably the last thing you're thinking about is, well, my attorney wants me to do these things, but honestly, other than taking care of yourself and the passengers of your vehicle, the next most important step is preserving evidence and documenting things and making sure that if you do end up having to hire me to represent you, that I've got everything in order that I need, that no missteps were taken. So aside from taking care of yourself, because obviously that's critical. That's the most important point. Take care of yourself. If you feel like you got a neck injury, you feel like you got a back injury, you feel like maybe you have a broken bone, wait for EMS to get there, wait for them to check you out, let them decide whether to move you or not. But setting that stuff aside, the first thing you need to know about if you were involved in an accident is do not admit fault, okay? Even if you think you're at fault, that doesn't mean you necessarily are. The officer may show up and decide that the other driver is at fault, but if you admit to the other driver, who would ultimately be the defendant, that you were responsible, the jury could hear that and determine that you were in some form or fashion contributorily negligent for your own injuries. If you want an explanation on contributory negligence, check out my other video about contributory negligence. It explains everything. It's something unique to North Carolina, but it's really critical. Okay, number two, document everything, okay? As soon as you humanly possibly can, grab your phone, put it on video, and start recording. Record your interaction with the other driver, record your interaction with police, with EMS, with the fire department if they're there. Record it all. Get a slow walk around of your vehicle, a slow walk around of their vehicle. Snap pictures as you go if you can. There's no such thing as too much documentation about an accident, okay? Also, narrate what's going on. Pan and show the intersection, show the lights, show the weather, show the people that are around, okay? And explain what was happening, right? You can explain, I was in the intersection, I had a green light, but there was a kid in front of me in the crosswalk, and the guy behind me ran into me because he thought he could go because it was green light. You need to narrate that stuff. The reason that is because if this is a matter that ultimately goes to trial, that trial is easily at least a year away, and your recollection of what happened that day is not going to be nearly as strong as what's on that video. And what's on that video is something we call present sense impression. It's an evidentiary concept. It's a exception to the hearsay rule. It's your own testimony. It's not really hearsay, but it still is. I share that with you because it's that important. The courts have said that what somebody says right at the moment of something happening is so likely to be truthful that it can overcome the hearsay rules which keep out of court statements from coming into evidence. So definitely narrate everything you can think of. Get other witness statements on video. Get other witness contact information. If somebody says, I saw that guy run the red light and hit you, great, ma'am, can I get your name and number, please, in case I need it? Can I, if you got oh my gosh, dash cams. Everybody's got dash cams now. Find out if anybody has dash cams around you. See if anybody got this recorded. Get their information. You don't have to get the video from them right now. Just get their contact information. We can follow up with them, okay? So document, okay? Third thing is, don't call a lawyer. I know this seems really silly, but there's cases out there where defense attorneys will use the fact that maybe you called an attorney before you seek medical treatment as evidence for a jury that maybe you're not as injured as you think you are. Maybe you're just out for money, right? You can call an attorney. You can call us. Please do as soon as possible. but not before you seek medical treatment. Think about priorities here. Priorities are not an attorney to protect your rights at this point. Priorities are taking care of your health. There's nothing more critical than that. So if the ambulance thinks you need to go to the hospital, go to the hospital. If you want to go to the hospital, even if EMS doesn't think so, go. Just go to the hospital, go get checked out, okay? Unless you are a medical professional and you can't personally diagnose yourself, let them look into you and see what's going on, okay? Which takes me into the final thing. You need to keep up with your medical treatment, okay? Cases can go down the toilet if the doctor says you need to get an x-ray, you need to get an MRI, and you need to do 20 sessions of physical therapy. And I am your attorney and I get your medical records and I send them off to the insurance adjuster, and the insurance adjuster calls me and says, Mr. Matheson, your client was given 20 sessions of physical therapy and an x-ray and MRI. They went to get the x-ray, they did 2 physical therapies, that was 6 months ago. They're not doing anything right now. They don't seem to be as harmed as you're making them out to be, right? We don't want that, okay? I know it can be burdensome, I know it can interfere with your life and what's going on, but you've got to seek medical treatment and keep up with all recommended treatment, whether it's chiropractic, whether it's medicinal, whether it's physical therapy, whether it's x-rays, MRIs, CAT scans, concussion examinations. Get checked out. Okay, these are critical things that you need to do immediately after an accident. There are other things obviously that we can talk about once you call me to represent you in your case, but please follow these important steps. Take care of your health, document everything, and seek medical help immediately before you call an attorney, and follow up with your medical treatment. If you can take care of those 4 things, the chance of you being able to recover in a case that you've been injured in, that you are not at fault, grow exponentially if you do these things. Please stay tuned for further videos. We release them every Friday from different departments in the firm, and I look forward to talking to you again.